23 in Gorham, 27 in Portland, and 20 in Turner. It's dropping fast out there. Going to be another cold night. Look at Presque Isle sitting at 4 already, on the way to well below 0 by later on tonight. And 1 below is probably not cold enough. We should probably knock them down to 4 or 5 below. Most of us along the coastline are going to be around 15 or so by early tomorrow morning. Single digits to right around 10 inland, and again single digits to below 0 in the mountains. Another kind of unseasonably cold night. A couple of snow showers banking up into the Champlain Valley of Vermont, and just a little area of snow showers. We were talking about this yesterday. It's going to drift its way into the mid-coast tonight and give them a little bit of snow shower activity, perhaps up to a dusting over down East Maine by early tomorrow morning. Not a big deal, but you can see it right there, just the snow showers kind of building in tonight and perhaps getting a little heavier over down East Maine by early tomorrow morning. Guys, the next thing we actually have to talk about is this weekend, the possibility of a storm that will be probably rain.
Okay, rain in Maine. Chase keep
dodging the cameras.
Look at that. Wow. We really fooled him. We really fooled him at home, didn't we? Yeah, he was a whopping 12 steps away. Okay. On to the news now. There's an ongoing controversy involving a pop-up class at the University of Southern Maine. We want to hear what you guys think about this, so we'll get to the story in a second. First, kind of the background. In early October, students at the University of Southern Maine were offered a pop-up course worth 1 college credit to take a bus to Washington, D.C., with demonstrators planning to urge Senator Collins to oppose confirming Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court.
There was immediate backlash locally and nationally against the university for what was viewed as pushing a political agenda onto students. School administrators claimed they were not aware of the course and immediately shut it down. After that incident, an investigation was launched and the results have been released. We will get to that story in just a second.
But first, we are asking you about pop-up courses in general. Should they be allowed in colleges and universities? Yes, they should be. No, they shouldn't be, or you're really just not sure. You can vote by going to pulse.newscentermaine.com or visit the Pulse section of our mobile app. Pop-up classes are free to students and provide one very valuable credit. They'll still be taking place at the University of Southern Maine, but the structure will be different than it was.
The structure that was put in place to oversee the pop-up courses was outside our regular curriculum process, in that courses didn't end up going to a dean. They went through a faculty committee. Now, that should have worked, but in this case, even the faculty committee was subverted.
The university cites in its investigation findings that the defined course approval process was clearly circumvented. The course was shut down and no students received credit for taking the bus to Washington, D.C., and the administration of the grant program fell well short of USM's high standards and expectations.
Social justice, by its very nature, is going to irritate and upset some people, and it always will.
Dr. Susan Feiner taught at USM for 23 years. She is the one taking responsibility for pushing the pop-up course to D.C. through. She also says at the end of the day, this whole thing has been overblown.
I actually thought that once tempers quieted down and we got some time and some space from the events, that USM and the University of Maine system would realize that they had created a tempest in a teapot.
As for what's next, saying goodbye to the existing pop-up structure also meant saying goodbye to about $500,000 of grant money that paid for that program. The university is pledging to not let the loss of money stand in its way.
We have decided that the pop-up courses are valuable enough, both in their response to current events and also in delivering students that extra credit that they might need to graduate, that we're just going to find out we're going to figure out how to fund it internally.
And just a reminder to vote on our Pulse poll right now. What do you think about the concept of pop-up classes? Right now, overwhelmingly, no, they should not be allowed. 22% of you saying yes, and only 0 of you are not sure what that actually means. Go to pulse.newscentermaine.com or click on the Pulse tab of our mobile app.
And I am proud, and I'll tell you what, I am proud to shut down the government for border security, Chuck.
That was President Trump earlier this afternoon in the Oval Office, sparring with congressional Democrats, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi over border security. President Trump is threatening a government shutdown if Congress does not provide the $5 billion in funding for his border wall with Mexico.
The president even stated the military could build the wall, even if Democrats don't vote for the funding. Now, some of the federal government is funded through 2019. However, money for several agencies runs out on December 21st. Chuck Schumer reportedly said during that exchange that the border wall would be a waste of funding and resources. He and Nancy Pelosi, are pushing for funding smaller bills, which include about $1.3 billion for fencing and other security measures along the border.
Well, Time Magazine's Person of the Year goes to someone who's influential, iconic, and sometimes controversial. This year, the publication is paying tribute to journalists who have sacrificed to tell the truth.
This morning, Time unveiled The Guardians as the 2018 Person or Persons of the Year. Each recipient pursuing truth, even when it meant prison time, harassment, or in some cases, death. Those being recognized include former Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi, who was killed allegedly by the Saudi government in Turkey, and 5 members of the Capital Gazette staff in Maryland who were gunned down by a shooter this past July.
President Trump came in second this year. He received the title back in 2016. Now, many of you have been chiming in about this on our Facebook page. We're asking you to head on over to that page now. We want to hear what your thoughts are on Time Magazine's pick or picks in this case. Helping animals who need a forever home, making sure children don't go hungry when school's not in session. At just 8 years old, those are some of the ways Allie Manette has paid it forward during the holiday season.
When tasked with who or what to help this year, it was her grandparents' enthusiasm about a local equine facility that inspired her to discover a place where the people there share her passion for horses.
Are you ready? She's ready for you. Okay. Body up. All right, he's over towards me just a little bit.
12-year-old Jacob Cellier has a rare genetic disorder.
That rhythmic three-dimensional movement that you get while the horse is walking is really soothing, especially for kids with physical disabilities.
Every week he visits Riding to the Top Therapeutic Riding Center in Windham.
Thank you for the music, Nick. Stop, babe.
Today he's riding with Babe. She's 30 years old and one of 19 horses at RTT.
She's the consummate lesson horse. She knows her job so well.
Sarah Bronson, the executive director, says there are many benefits of bonding with these horses by way of carriage riding and grooming. She says people of all ages can improve their physical strength as well as cognitive and social skills. She says it builds self-esteem and confidence. People of all ages attend RTT. Some are living with disabilities. Others are working to overcome other challenges like depression. 65% of those who attend RTT are children. 8-year-old Allie Manette toured the facility for the first time with her grandparents this month. She's now part of the RTT family.
My grandparents went to the fundraiser here, and once they told me what it was about, and that was for therapeutic riding, I thought it would be great to donate my money here.
Allie's donation of $126 will go a long way to ensure more can experience the unique bond like this.
It really was heartwarming for an 8-year-old to reach out to us, especially in light of all that's going on in the world these days. It's really wonderful to see a young child taking philanthropy to a pretty high level at her age.
More than 60% of children who participate qualify for scholarships to attend RTT. For school-based programs, they fund 100% of the cost.
This time of year, those stories are so inspirational, especially when it's kids kind of leading the way.
I know. When they're making their Christmas lists and their wish lists, if they're thinking about others, that's a good thing.
I love it. Well done by the parents on that one. All right, still to come. A restaurant looking to give away free meals in exchange for a helping hand. We'll tell you what that proposal is all about.
This deal sounds too good to be true. And the public will be weighing in on the future of one of Maine's busiest waterfronts. Coming up, a preview of the forum from the Portland Library. Hey guys.
Facebook.
How is everybody?
Thank you, Carrie. I have to keep her together sometimes. We were not expecting to be on camera at that moment. So
yeah, we had the giggles about something completely unrelated.
Not related to the stories.
Yeah.
Bad timing.
Something completely unrelated.
Yeah, so just on the pop-up courses, because I'm reading some of your comments here. Yeah. Just so we're clear, pop-up courses are not
related to popcorn.
They're not related to popcorn, and they're not always related to politics either. So it's not a political question. So somebody wrote, depends where your politics fall will depend on how you vote.
It could be about any subject, right?
A pop-up course could literally be about save the whales. I mean, it doesn't have to be about politics. This one happened to be that way, but they're not that way.
Yeah.
So the general question of pop-up courses, I wasn't even sure what they were. Now that I know about them, I think that they are fantastic. It's free. You get an extra credit. So if you're behind a credit and you don't want to take a class in the summer, or you just need that one extra credit to kind of push you over the top, get you closer to graduation on time, and you can get a free class and take something that's interesting to you, I think it's a fantastic idea.
For sure.
So.
It is something that we've been talking about for a while now, ever since this fall, earlier this fall. Suzanne, the best news here. I know I only showed kids there today, but it's for all ages. They actually help people ages 3 to 93. So it's available for anyone. It's so cool. And they were saying too, they need volunteers at RTT. So if you or someone you know is looking for a volunteer opportunity, a lot of the volunteers say they get more out of this experience than what they give.
That's awesome.
It's just a really, really cool place. And there's something about horses too.
I love horses.
I mean, they're so smart. I feel like they can see right through my eyes into like how I'm feeling.
And we'll be back at the desk for that? Right, but are we back at the desk for that? For the whole thing?
Monitor for.
Stand by.
We start with a SOT, right?
No, we're starting we're like way over here.
Oh, we are.
No, stop.
Stand by.
Right here.
Stop. Right there.
Portland City Council members have proposed a moratorium on waterfront construction. Both sides of the ongoing battle between supporting the work of fishermen while still supporting tourism and development are meeting this evening.
A lot of people talking about this. City of Portland is hosting a public forum to chat about this issue. Our Samantha York is live there this evening and has a preview. Hey, Sam.
Haley and Lindsay, yeah, that meeting is set to begin here at the Portland Public Library in less than an hour. And as you mentioned, this has been an ongoing battle for months. And in addition to this meeting, city staff has proposed a 6-month moratorium on the waterfront development in an effort to pause commercial developments until the two sides can come to an agreement. That announcement coming after one of the potential developers, Bateman Partners, announced earlier today a $40 million project proposal. Now, back to tonight, the meeting will focus on a number of things: the future of Commercial Street, the fishing industry, industrial shipping, cruise ships, and hotel development, and how they can all coexist along the waterfront. According to the Department of Marine Resources, commercial fishing in Maine raked in nearly $600 million last year. Meanwhile, statewide, we were seeing a record number of tourists spending more than $6 billion here. But of course, there's a lot of factors at stake. The city tweeting earlier that it's essential for both sides of the issue to work together to find a solution. And now that moratorium that I mentioned is just a proposal, not a done deal yet. City councilors will be taking up that issue and voting on that on Monday. So really the future of the waterfront, Commercial Street, still up in the air. Live in Portland, I'm Samantha York, News Center, Maine.
The minute you stepped into my life with both feet, everything changed.
After more than a decade, one of the Today Show's leading ladies is stepping down.
Is that how you feel about me?
You stepping down?
No, stepping into your life.
Oh, yeah.
Your world change.
Stepping all over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kathy Lee's emotional announcement today and some options of who could be teaming up with Hoda. That's next.
I've got a suggestion. And let's see what the new host of the Today Show's got cooking over there on the big board. Come on. Keith and Hoda. Hoda and Keith.
Hoda and Keith. Yeah,
Keith
it's the caping.
Hoda.
It's a
Hoda
caping.
And Keith. For all you Max and Ruby fans out there. If you don't have children, you have no idea what I'm talking about, so that's fine.
Gay's watching from Northern Maine. Where in Northern Maine?
Check, 1, 2, check.
Joe's at the library. He sees Sam.
Luther, Oklahoma. What's going on, Cindy? How are things in Florida? In Florida. Fred, good to see your ankle's feeling better, buddy.
Yeah, that's good news.
We're worried about Big Fred.
Carrie says, good job, Lee, pulling me together.
Yes, that's been addressed.
They do drink. Do you think they really drink the wine?
Yes.
On the Today Show?
Have you seen the show?
Well, is it just a prop?
I feel like it's a yes. No, I feel like it's a yes.
I don't know. I'd be worried about, like, you know when red wine stains your teeth? I'd be worried about that. I feel like they can't really be drinking that red wine.
How's our time? Yeah, I don't know, let's just kind of see what happens.
Kelly thinks the new host is going to be a male.
Oh, I do not.
Hey, Jeff Simpson. You don't think so?
No.
Oh.
Willie Geist, maybe.
Yeah, Willie Geist. I really like him.
He'd be good.
I love his Sunday show.
What about John Cena?
He'd be like, you can't see this.
He's hosted that show a lot.
He has.
He fills in a lot on that hour.
Are you surprised I knew a John Cena reference?
A little bit.
A wrestling reference?
Okay.
Oh my God, if someone delivered whoopie pies to my hockey games to my parents in the stands, they would have been so happy. That's a great commercial. All right, can you help me? I don't know what's happening here. Am I in the right spot?
Stop.
Guys,
you see what I have to do?
I'm gone for 2 weeks and I forgot to use how to use the tablet.
No touchy.
No touchy. No. We're in the right spot? Did it change in the 2 months? 2 months. 2 weeks.
2 months? Is it Passover time? Go Obi. Go Obi.
Click or drop.
Uh-oh.
When it's our 11th anniversary, I'm going to be leaving the Today Show. I know it's an exciting time for me, and I'm thrilled about all the projects that are coming up, but it's also hard because the reason I stayed longer than a year is because I love everybody here so much.
That was Kathie Lee Gifford on the Today Show this morning, announcing she'll be stepping down from the show in April, making it her 11th year working on the NBC Morning Show. She joined the 4th hour of the Today Show in 2008 with the intention of only staying on for 1 year.
Now, Kathie Lee says she plans to focus her attention on some other things, including film, music, and book projects after she steps down. We've certainly been following your reactions all over social media. Karen writes, not that I've watched every day, but she will be missed by all that did tune in. Good luck in your new adventures.
Trisha says she'll be missed. I'm hoping they replace her with Jenna Bush Hager. And meanwhile, Ronnie writes, I always change the channel on the final hour. So we've been getting some mixed reactions here on that announcement.
So you were kind of stunned by the news.
I was. Actually, I really was. I enjoy them as a pair.
I'm not a huge morning, daytime TV watcher because I'm generally at work. But when Kathie Lee left Regis, that one I'd watched that one a little bit more than I never get to watch the 4th hour of the Today Show. So anyway, I'm worried about the wine industry and the hit that they're going to take if there's no more wine on that program.
Yeah. Times are changing. April is a good distance away, so we still got some time with Kathie Lee.
There we go. All right, you like barbecue? Yes. Do you like helping your friends find some jobs? Yes. Well, here's your chance to merge those two passions together.
Moe's Original Barbecue is having a hard time filling job roles at the restaurant. Cameron O'Brien's here to tell us about this crafty promotion. Hey, Cam.
Hey, crafty and tasty, y'all. Okay, Moe's says they're happy to feed you if you're willing to help them. Moe's made the announcement on December 6th on their Facebook page. Basically, they want you to refer a friend for a gig at their South Portland restaurant. And if that friend gets hired, you get to eat free at Moe's for the entire year. Yeah, the offer applies only to the South Portland Moe's Barbecue, and you'd eat for free till the end of 2019. Now, Moe's owner Dewey Hasbrook says the idea for this promotion just popped into his head, and he's already gotten several applications, and he hopes they keep coming.
We have a hard time finding applicants and employees. We've got a full staff, but we've got a couple of people leaving in our South Portland location, and as anybody knows, unemployment is really low in South Portland right now. So I came up with an idea to kind of broaden our referral base.
All right, so we got some responses on social from folks. Cynthia, who appears to have worked there at Moe's, wrote on their post that she thinks it's a great place to work. She praised management and hopes that people apply. And Josh said, quote, "If I had a friend that needed a job, then I would, and I'd get fat on barbecue." We feel that. I feel that personally. So the promotion doesn't apply in Bangor right now because they're fully staffed, but Dewey says if that promotion works in South Portland, they're going to consider expanding it to Bangor as well.
All right, Cam, thank you very much. So, hey, buddy, I got an idea for you.
You think,
I found a way to feed my children. All I got to do is get you a job.
I know. I actually, that's kind of weird timing. I literally tried it for the first time on Friday.
It's
It was pretty good, yeah. And of course, you have different types of barbecue. I don't eat beef anymore, so it takes out a decent amount of the menu. But does it come with a personal trainer or no?
Yeah, right?
I don't think it does.
You need that. You guys would all be on that Whole30 diet with me right now. If we had it.
Stop with your diet.
Whole30? Oh.
I know, it's a little aggressive. I'm going to try the whole 30 seconds. Just take it
You can't eat
a little bit
anything
at a
on that
time.
diet.
You
How
can
about
eat
cookie, will ya?
beef and that other thing you gave up. What'd you give up?
Just beef.
Just
My
beef?
mom's a nutritionist and she hates all this stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'll get Betty on you. You won't like it.
Hurry up, we're out of time.
Are we out of time for the weather? 27 in Portland right now, 7 in Caribou, 4 in Holton. It's going to be a cold night tonight. Temperatures dropping quickly. Couple of snow showers in the Champlain Valley of Vermont and into Canada. Most of these are drying up, maybe a flurry in the mountains. But look at this little area, and we talked about this yesterday. Just a little kind of finger of snow showers that's moving towards parts of the northern mid-coast into down East Maine. It might thicken up a little bit tonight and give us some more consistent snow showers. Got a couple of messages that there was some light snow over the mid-coast at this hour. So not going to be a big deal, up to a dusting here tonight, but that's about it. And you can see it's overplayed on this model. It looks a lot heavier than it really is at this hour. And it intensifies a bit later tonight up towards Bar Harbor specifically. That's where we could see a dusting of snow. Then it moves out, and tomorrow is another bright but cold day, becoming sunny through the middle part of the day and into the afternoon. Only into the 20s though, and then overnight into the single digits again. Thursday is similar, staying very cold. We start to rebound a bit as we head into Friday. Again, just a little dusting over down East Maine. So we're watching some storms for the weekend. It looks like we're going to see some rain on Saturday because of the path of this storm, and it looks a little heavier than it did, say, yesterday. So now we'll call it rain instead of showers through the first half of Saturday, and then we watch the second storm on Sunday night and into Monday. At this point, the computer models put it out to sea, but we'll keep watching at least for another day or so. All right, guys, we talked about this. The season started off so strong, but if we got into a drought, it would start to go closer to average. We're still running above average for sure, but the percentages are getting less and less ridiculous over time. And if the snow drought continues for another week or two, you'll see those numbers snap back towards average. So rain likely the first half of Saturday, partly cloudy. We are watching that storm on Sunday and into Monday, but I'll tell you what, guys, the mid-range computer models have just been dead on lately. So my thought process here is they're pushing it out to sea 6-7 days ahead of time, and they've been pretty strong lately. So that's likely
start with a 4 on a couple of those days.
Yeah,
I
right.
With that.
Yeah, I mean, not amazing, but 41, 42 here and there, decent.
Okay.
It's going to feel amazing. Yes.
It will feel amazing.
It's all about perspective. Thank you, sir. All right, Christmas. It's 2 weeks from today. We're giving you the alert in case you know Christmas 2 weeks from today. We want to let you know. There's a small reminder. You can pay attention. Santa's still keeping track of the naughty people and the nice people.
Oh, I see how it is. Well, this girl might be on the naughty list. Check out this home video in Maryland of this little girl wearing a red coat and white hat. And she steals a package right off the front steps of this home. Honestly, though, who would really use their children to steal packages? Police in that area say they're on the lookout for the Grinch who used their child to do their dirty work.
And with the number of holiday thefts on the rise, we did want to pass along some helpful tips to keep your packages and gifts out of the hands of the wrong people.
If they are being delivered by Amazon, UPS, FedEx, or the U.S. Postal Service, they've been stolen, you can reach out to them using the numbers you see on your screen. For more information on how to keep your packages safe, head over to our website and mobile app for some great tips from Hannah Deneen.
All right.
Very good. A lot more coming up on News Center Maine at 5:30. Let's check in now for a preview with Cindy Williams. Hey, Cindy.
Hey, guys. This story has to go down as one of the weirdest of the week. A ballistics projectile is found in Harpswell over the weekend, and its discovery is leading to a lot more questions than actual answers. But we do have some details from the local harbor master on who found this dangerous piece of ammunition. And the countdown has begun for the Umoine Black Bear football team as they gear up to face Eastern Washington in the FCS semifinals. We're going to take a look at the pregame preparation in their quest for the NCAA championship. Wouldn't that be awesome? Back to you.
Lots of celebrations would be in order.
Would be something.
All right,
it's a lot of barbecue right there.
It's a lot of barbecue. Speaking of barbecue, raindrops when we come back. What? Keith loves barbecue.
He just said he doesn't eat meat.
I'm being sarcastic. He gave it up. He gave up the beef.
Don't misrepresent me, okay?
He gave up the beef.
He gave up the beef.
Yeah.
All the beefs.
All of the meats.
We have to revisit this. This is...
What happened?
Just the whole 30 thing.
What happened? Oh, please.
She's doing it.
It's awful.
Just
no. And the timing couldn't be worse. I'm going to bring in the best food every single day and just put it right on your desk. Like all the cupcakes.
While I'm doing
Whole
Whole30?
Oh, what did you do with the Kit Kat I gave you yesterday?
I ate it. It was the last day before Whole30 started.
Whole30 started today?
Whole30 started last night.
You should start it January 37th.
Why? That's not a day.
Exactly.
Yeah. First of all, let's start at the obvious of like why you're doing a diet to begin with. But then we'll go.
Yeah,
then we'll move on.
Okay. The Whole30 is about eliminating added sugars, which I feel like I consume a lot of hidden sugar, secret sugar. A lot of the recipes in the Whole30 diet are things I already make anyway.
Can't you not eat bread on Whole30?
No bread. No
bread
beans, no edamame,
no food,
no complex carbs.
You can't eat food, yeah.
Well, you can eat any kind of meat you want, any fruit you want.
Hold on.
Almonds.
Any kind of meat I want.
Yeah.
So I can have maple bacon.
No, well, can you have maple bacon, Cam?
Maple bacon's gonna have sugar in it if it's got maple.
It's got to be a certain type of bacon.
You can smoke it on some maple wood.
No,
it's all about the spices, right? The spices and
too,
seasoning.
I want the website right. Yes.
Cam.
Nah, Lee, like I have.
Hold on, we gotta talk about this. Hold on.
What's up, y'all? Y'all got a most barbecue?
Yeah, he is.
How are you not eating food?
Keith's running camera.
I'm allergic to gluten, dairy, soy, and potentially corn. So I kind of live on Whole30 involuntarily.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is like a 60-minute show.
I know. Keith, you want to be my photog tomorrow?
Oh, all right. Bye.
Your Whole30's only got 30 seconds left. You got a whole 30 seconds. Okay.
Listen, you can eat potatoes.
No.
Pete, now that you know how to operate a camera, you're turning a package.
Oh, Keith, you just became a one-man band. Congratulations.
I can edit except for the words. Don't forget that.
Most expensive MMJ ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just passed so many people.
Stand by.
That don't know how to do that.
Wait.
It's true.
There's a hair on you.
Hello.
I feel like we're on TV. Are we on TV? Okay. So this is cool. I'm into like new inventions and gadgets lately. This is my zone. So this is actually a little radar. See that thing? It's only 9 square feet. The reason this is big, Raytheon is putting this out, is that drones are more and more popular, and the future of delivery appears to possibly be drones. Problem is, normal radar, air traffic control, and whatnot does not go below 2,500 feet, except for locally at the airport. So they don't know where these drones are. They'd collide into each other and whatnot. And so this is a big deal. They're trying to install these at different cellular towers and have coverage of the country at the low levels for these drones. And
right now they're pretty much running amok. I mean, you've got drones all over the place.
Right, you technically are supposed to file a plan, but people don't do that. The other thing that's good for weather is we'd have a ton of low-level data for weather. It's a side effect of it, but it could help improve our predictions, and Amazon could drop my package off.
There you go.
From a drone.
From a drone.
What'd you get me?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I want to be surprised. Okay, News Center Maine at 5:30 starts right now.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Lindsay's gonna go home and have some food now.
I'm not sponsored by Whole30 in any way.
There's a piece of lettuce over there. That's her dinner.
I do not endorse Whole30 in any way. I'm trying it. Yeah, they did not pay me to say this. I'm just trying it because I saw a book at my parents' house. My brother and his girlfriend tried it one time, so I'm gonna give it a go. And I'm making Clay do it too. Okay, good night.
Saw it on TV once.
Yeah.
So it must be true.
That we had the music department.